Firsts are unforgettable. Your first love, first apartment, first big risk. There's thrill and then there's fear. It's the what am I even doing moments. This is the story of a reimagined Kenyan classic dish. But at the heart of it, the chef. I sat down with 3 chefs, each experiencing their own firsts, tasked with launching a brand new branch for one of Africa's top restaurant groups. They're cooking up more than just a meal, they're making a mark.
My first time as a sous chef, I think I take it as a challenge because there is a lot that is expected of me. Growing up, I didn't want to be a chef. I wanted to be a journalist. My dad was a chef. Initially, I thought he was a doctor because he used to have white clothes. My dad alikuwa anapika nyumbani. He was cooking at home. He was a chef at Bomot.
So when is chef at work and home?
I told you I wanted to be different. So a sous chef is now an assistant to the executive chef. So we make our sauces program so that when the customer comes, we're just finishing the dish. So the sauces, the vegetable crepes, everything beforehand. When I finished high school, I started teaching. During the time I was teaching, that is the holidays, the December holidays, is when I joined primary as a casual steward. A steward is somebody who cleans. So at that point, sikuenda uni because dad alikuwa na shida za pesa kidogo. I also had niko na other brothers who are still in school. So, you know, kisha nilipelekwa shule umefika form 4. Hiyo pengine ni it's not, we've already been given the basic education. You'll find that when the kitchen gets busy, even just our kitchen right now, when it gets busy, sometimes you get overwhelmed and you'll need an extra hand. And where do you get that extra hand? Is from the people who are just in the kitchen. You use your stewards. You tell them, cut for me the onions. Yeah. So just from basic things like that, that is how I got into doing that. From there, at Carnival, I got interest into hospitality.
So saidia kitchen. Unataka kuwa chef? Chef wa gani? CCA. CCA ni gani? Oh. I never thought I would get here because the other places have been under someone. So here, everyone else is under you in the kitchen. Jikoni ni wewe umefiwa, so you have to be accountable for everything that happens in the kitchen.
Si hapa. Last time unataka nikute hapo.
Uko kibali tofauti. Nasikia bele. Niko na sauce packs 50. Na niko na sauce packs zingine 200.
Si ndizo hizo nimepeana tumezitumia hapa. Zimeenda.
Hizi ni 25 hata
I joined somebody's group as an apprentice. I started as a
Tamambo Tatu. Then later kafanya Tamambo Tatu. And now here how to touch. And I'm also grateful to Chef Mwigana mwenye alinipiga akaniambia I would like to give you this position. Are you ready? You're opening a new restaurant in Tatu City. Would you like to go ahead with that kitchen? I'm on yes. If you believe in me, I will. And it feels good, by the way. And yeah, to run jiko, maintain, make sure there is quality of food is maintained, to do the requisitioning, make sure kuna stock, as in make sure jikoni ina run vizuri.
I don't think we should do breakfast because ukiangalia kama hapa saa hizi sisi tutapanga namna gani?
These burgers.
One beef bonbon. Yes, sir. One spicy wing. Yes, sir. One pork chop. Yes, sir. For me, any new unit that we open up gives me an opportunity to be working all the way from scratch, creating a menu, training the staff all the way, like how you present the food, how you work your food cost and all that, and just making the restaurant profitable. And I develop the menus for the group, with the menu ideas, different concepts and themes for our menu. But the menus vary from one restaurant to another, so each restaurant is very, very different. For example, this one being Tamambo, it's now bringing back the famous Tamambo restaurant, which was very famous at some point. Chef Moigana started off as a commis in Hemingway's Resort, that was in Watamu, back in the days. Then I came to Nairobi, worked at the Safari Park Hotel, back for 6 years. I went on to the Norfolk. That's where I honed my cuisine a little bit as far as the international cuisine is concerned. So I left for the UK, and for the UK I started almost all the way to the bottom, again coming up. So I went down to the CDP level, that's Chef de Partie. I worked my way up the ranks to eventually head my own kitchen. Wasn't easy. There is obviously a culture shock for chefs who've come from Kenya. But yeah, I mean, we did it. I ran a few kitchens there. The culmination of that being able to run my kitchen in a 2 Rosette status. I got an award for 2 Rosette standard. That's what 2 Rosette is. It's an accolade. It's usually the likes of Michelin stars or Rosette stars.
What would make an award-winning chef want to come back to Kenya?
I mean, I always wanted to come back to Kenya. So when I got the opportunity to come back to Kenya, work for Tamarind, I snapped up the opportunity. I came in with some fresh ideas. So my only challenge was now to interpret the ideas into almost like in a Kenyan way, and that's what really has worked for me.
What are your favorite dishes to prepare? Zenye unaweza recommend mtu akule?
Beef Bonbon.
Beef bonbon.
The beef bonbon,
This is a dish that you will not find anywhere else.
it's very African.
It's ugali and mboga. Ugali and mboga and kachumbari and nyama.
But the way it's presented, you can actually think of it that way. Then I also worked in a Japanese restaurant. So most of my menus have a Japanese influence.
In Kenya, we have very nice dishes. Whatever we have already, just taking the skills that we've gotten from the other cuisines and incorporate them into the dishes we already have.
In my background, I have covered a few cuisines. Like I said, I also worked in a Japanese restaurant. So most of my menus have a Japanese influence. And also from my travel.
As you can see, we have the beef inside, the ugali on the outside, with local greens and kachumbari.
But I have a great team here. I'm really happy, especially my sous chef colleagues. He's a self-driven person, not with the other team. He relates with the team well.
So Wangare is a cool, collected, experienced, and fun person to work with.
So you look up to her a lot.
A lot. When I was growing, nilipata wale watu wa kitambo. So they usually see like you're coming in to take their jobs. The people who are just taught to cook. So they'll see you as a threat and they don't want to show you what to do. For me, the growth and being in a position where I can grow others is a success for me.
We try to grow our own talent, even from as far down as a steward. If you're hardworking, you're passionate about what you do, you show an interest, you will grow and you can come up all the way to even head any of our restaurants. I started off by peeling potatoes. This is where I belong. That's me almost over 25 years. I love working in the kitchen and working with the kitchen team and working with food, creating different ideas. That's really what I love.
Going talking to a guest, akwambie amefurahia, the food was nice. As in, una feel vizuri. At least you feel the work you're doing, it's not in vain.
I usually say in the rest of life, you won't be measured with the humbleness of your start, but the greatness of your finish. How you started doesn't really matter.